Merhabalar, merhabalar. Ben Metin Pusat Timurtaş. Bu sizlere ilk yayınım. Bugün biraz böyle keyifli videolar izleyeceğiz. Birkaç merak ettiğim şey var. Ondan sonra beraber GTA 5 hikaye modu Türkçe altyazılı izleyeceğiz, oynayacağız, eğleneceğiz. Hadi bakalım. Ben önce şunu merak ediyorum ya. Burada hazırlamıştım. Lilo TV var kardeşim. Umarım bana telif atmazsın. Bunu merak ediyorum ya. Bu olay bayağıdır gündemde. Merak ettim.
I literally just got into bed. Postmiss Heard was down in her area taking off her makeup and changing into sleep clothes, whatever, and she entered the bedroom while I was laying on my side of the bed reading. She was still rattling off all the wrongs I'd done to her in that particular day, and how unreliable I am, and I did not engage verbally, nothing. I sat there or laid there reading my book, and she didn't get a jump out of me or a jolt out of me. She got out of bed, she walked around the bed, she came to my side, and again, you've got a person who is throwing multiple shots at your face, at your head, at your neck, at anything she could hit. So I got up out of bed and I grabbed her by the shoulders and I sat her down on the bed and I said, "I'm leaving. Please don't get off the bed. Please don't follow me. Please don't try and stop me. I'm leaving." And she got up off the bed and she squared off at me in the doorway of our bedroom. And I said, what do you want to do? Hit me again? Would you like to hit me again? And I said, "Go ahead. Hit me." Bam. And then I just said, is that what you wanted? Would you like another? Bam. There's the second one. And I said, "Good, now you're done." Grabbed her by the shoulders, walked her to the bed, sat her down and said, "Don't follow me. Leave me alone. I'm out. I'm gone." I went, I grabbed a few things, and I got out immediately, and I went to my other house. As Ms. Heard she was leaving the following day for Coachella. She and her friends were going to Coachella for the weekend.
Mr. Depp, after April 21st, 2016, when was the next time that you actually saw Ms. Heard in person?
I left Ms. Heard, I left Penthouse 3. I left at 4:30 in the morning, and that's when I left. And from that moment on, I did not see Ms. Heard until May 21st.
And why was that?
I had received some news that was as absurd and grotesque, cruel, and then I was shown a picture of what the problem was. I had gone to Mr. Bett and said, she's at Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, and get them out of there, especially the things that were precious to me, children things from friends, whatever, things that were important to me. And he said, "I don't think now's a good time to go." And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone of
Objection, Your Honor.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
it was a photograph of the bed, our bed. My side of the bed was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there. My initial response to that was, I laughed.
Ya oğlum çok saçma ya. Vallahi çok saçma ya. Ulan Johnny Depp gibi bir ünlüsün. Lan ünlüsün yani, Johnny Depp'sin ya. İnsanlar çıldırıyor. O acaba şey mi ya? Bir PR çalışması falan mı? Çünkü uzun zamandır adam iyi bir filmde oynamıyor. Bir senaryo falan geldi de iyi bir film için. Onun PR çalışması mı acaba ya? La öyle çıkabilir ha. Genelde bu tarz şeyler böyle oluyor ya diye düşünüyorum. Bilmiyorum. Dur şimdi şeye gelelim bak.
It was so bizarre and so grotesque that I could only laugh. So I did not go down there that day.
Paul Bettany's a good friend that you've done drugs with, right?
That's a strange question. Paul Bettany is a good friend. Yes.
You've done drugs with him.
Yes, I have.
The two of you shared an enjoyment of controlled drugs or alcohol at that time, right?
The two of us were making a film together.
With respect, sir, that wasn't my question. My question was the two of you shared an enjoyment of controlled drugs and alcohol at that time. Yes or no?
At times.
Yes. And Miss Heard was quite adamant that you didn't drink anymore and that you should stop using recreational drugs.
Şu arkadakiler kim lan acaba? Ya bunlar normal halk mı ya? Yani eşi, dostu, akrabası falan değildir ya. Şu bayağı bildiğin süslenip püslenmiş bu kadın ya. Ya şu adama bak. Tiplere bak.
Right?
Oh, yes.
And she didn't like it when you were high on drugs or drunk on alcohol, right?
She didn't like it when it was her perception that I was high on drugs. Her perception is quite different than the truth.
Mr. Depp, this is a text message exchange that you had with Paul Bettany on June 11th, 2013, correct?
Yes, correct.
You text Mr. Bettany, "Let's burn Amber," 3 exclamation points, right? You see that?
I do see that.
And at this time, June 11th, 2013, Amber's your girlfriend or perhaps even your fiance at this point, correct?
Girlfriend,
Yep.
for sure.
After that, you made another comment, and I'd like to apologize to the court and to the jury for some of the language that I'm going to have to use today, but unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of documents with language like this. After you said, "Let's drown her before we burn her," Mr. Depp, you said, "I will her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead." That's what you said that you would do after you burned her and after you drowned her. Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes.
And you wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife.
Yes, I did.
One of your good friends that you've taken drugs with before is Marilyn Manson, right?
Yes, we've taken, we've drank together.
Oğlum bu durum da saçma ya. Her şeyim var ya. Her şeyim var. Uyuşturucu, kokain. Tövbe yarabbim ya. Ya böyle şeylere özenmeyin ya. Böyle şeyler hayat söndürür ya.
We've had cocaine together maybe a couple of times.
Pills, right? With Marilyn Manson?
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much. Sorry.
Question, the night before you were due to meet up, did you have a heated discussion on the telephone with Miss Heard about what was happening with James Franco? Answer, I do not recall, but it is highly likely. Did I read that right?
You did.
And you suspected that Amber was having an affair with James Franco, correct? That was the reason for your argument.
Yeah, yes.
Let's do this. So is it your testimony that right after you cut your finger off, that you, or right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. Right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Sorry.
that you, right after you sustained an injury to your finger, is it your testimony that you did not ask for cocaine and ecstasy right after you told the doctor about your finger injury? Is that your testimony?
Regardless of what date you believe works within the world time zone, I don't believe that someone who has gone through opiate dependency, who has lost the ability to produce dopamine and serotonin in their own body, because that's what the opiate does. Your body no longer needs to make the dopamine or the serotonin. The dopamine and serotonin, as you know, I imagine, are things that keep us. It gives us our moods. It gives us.
I appreciate that, but my question wasn't that. My question was,
I'm just trying
right
to
after
school
you
you
told
on
the
it.
doctor about your finger injury, you were asking for coke. It's entirely possible that you were asking for cocaine and ecstasy.
Objection
Yes
calls
or
for
no?
speculation.
Clearly need more Whitey stuff. Yes, it's a reference to cocaine, but that doesn't. There's nothing here that says that I ingested the drug.
Not saying there is, but you were asking for more cocaine and you were asking for more ecstasy, correct?
I wasn't asking for more ecstasy. I was asking for ecstasy because that was what I was requested by Miss Hurt.
This is where you tell Amber in a recording that you mentioned the day I chopped my finger off. So let's listen to that.
Fight you're talking about? I don't know.
I'm talking about Australia, the day that
Now
I
we're
shot
talking
my
about
finger.
Australia. Okay. Yes.
You hear that? When you said the day I chopped my finger off? Yeah, let's do it one more time.
What
You
I'm
actually
saying, or is it the day that I got my finger chopped off?
No, you say the day that I chopped my finger off.
I'm not so sure. In fact, earlier you had quoted Jerry Judge from the airplane tape as calling me. Wait till he falls asleep, and I'm positive that those words never left his mouth, because he would have, if I would have been making those noises in the bathroom, he would have ripped the hinges off.
Maybe they left his mouth when you were passed out, sir, respectfully. Let's listen to this
I don't
one more
think he
time.
was. I don't
I'll
think he
sustain
was.
it.
Yeah,
to
move to
argue.
strike.
What happened? What happened?
Oldu lan. Ne oluyor?
Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Ne yapıyor?
No.
So then nothing happened to you.
Lan ne oldu orada?
Ripped the hinges.
What happened? What happened? Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you.
Ne olmuş lan bu anları?
See that?
No, didn't. You were smashing.
Kadınlardan korkulur abi. Vallahi kadınlardan korkulur. Ünlüsün, paran var, her şeyin var. Düştüğün yaptığın hallere bak ya.
Do we have a date for this
That's your house
illegally
list.
recorded tape? Do we have a date or metadata or anything on that?
Why don't we, since you have some questions about it, why don't we watch it again?
Oh, I've
Play it
seen it
again,
plenty.
Michelle. Okay, you know what? We don't have to do that.
That's good.
We don't have to do that. This is at your house in West Hollywood on Sweetser Avenue, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right? And you would agree that you were violent in that clip, correct?
Clearly, I was having a bad time. I don't know what it was with regard to completely at this point, since I don't know the date. But well, it's quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings she made. So I thought what was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me, and then that she
Pas kurmuşlar Johnny.
laughed and smiled at
Sana
the end.
pas kurmuşlar.
I thought that was the most interesting part.
Kadına bak ya. Kadın gayet sakin duruyor ya. Hiç böyle cızgarlık falan yapmıyor ya. Şimdi var ya. Hasta mı acaba ya?
Myself, but so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
Bak bunu yanlış anlamasınlar izleyenler. Öyle hemen kötü şeyler de söylemeyin. Ya ben bu ülkedeki şu mahkeme durumlarını bayılıyorum ya. Şu mahkemedeki oluşan o yasa, kanun, işleyiş. Ya çok güzel abi ya. Ya düşün gidiyorsun orada bir de ne kadar şey olursa olsun yani şöyle bir durumdasın. İstediğini söyleyebiliyorsun, kendini açıklayabiliyorsun, rahat rahat konuşabiliyorsun. İlginçtir. Bak orada yargıçlar da avukatların birbiriyle olan savunmalarının tamamını dinliyor. Galiba bunlarda şey de var. Halktan mı seçiliyor, nereden seçiliyor bilmiyorum ama bir tarafta böyle jüri gibi bir şey de var. Onların da kararı çok önemli. Öyle diyorlar. Öyle görmüştüm.
As you
And
can see, I think, no,
you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
there's a possibility of that. Yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint. I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
And during this meeting that you had with her, at one point you tried to cut yourself with a knife, correct?
I don't recall that, no.
Okay.
This is really pretty.
Thanks. You want to cut me somewhere?
Do I want to cut you?
Yeah, you want an arm, you want a chest? What do you want? What do you want the scar? What do you want? Cut me.
Just don't cut your skin. Please do not cut your skin. Please don't.
Cut me.
Why would I do that?
It's easy.
Don't. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Please don't. Please don't cut yourself. You don't need to cut yourself.
Vallahi olaya bak.
I know. I know it hurts. I feel the same.
Cut me. I want your mark.
You have it.
No, you don't.
You have it.
They're gone.
Don't.
You tell me.
Please don't do that. Put the knife down. Just put the knife down. Don't.
O lanet kahrolası bıçağı yere bırak. Küfür etti. Kahrolası kahretsin.
Don't do that. The knife is really dull, and it would be the worst thing in the world to use to cut me with. It would be too painful and dull and dirty to use.
Yeah, that's the tip of the knife.
No, please do not. Don't. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't. It's okay. Please don't cut yourself. Please don't. Please stop. Please stop. Please.
Ne yapıyor lan?
Don't hurt yourself, please.
No, I won't hurt myself at all.
Mr. Depp, you see the text from Amber that says, "I'm at a coffee meeting now." You see that?
I do,
Right
sir.
there. So she tells you at 12:41 p.m., "I'm at a coffee meeting now. We'll be home soon." And then you respond, "Holy crap! No meetings, no movies. Why? Why do you deviate from our agreement? What species of meeting? It. Just tell me when you get home." Did I read that right?
You did, but a coffee meeting.
You didn't want her to take the meeting that she was taking that day, correct?
It seems as though we had an agreement. What seems like we had an agreement to do something together. I'm actually asking what species of meeting. So this is not necessarily angry text. It's just why do you deviate from our agreement? It's not about her doing films. How do you think she got Aquaman, sir?
You tell her no meetings, no movies, because you didn't want her acting. You wanted to control her career, correct?
Kadın da mı
Objection
oynuyor?
compound.
Ms. Heard had come to me,
Acayip.
and she was seemed to be seriously concerned about how she was being portrayed in Hollywood. She was concerned that because she had done films where there was kind of arbitrary nudity and things of that nature, she had voiced to me that she did not want to be, she didn't want to be looked upon that way in the industry. She wanted to be able to escape the chains of being objectified by the Hollywood system, which is a difficult thing for any woman, certainly, unfortunately. But she asked me, how can I avoid being stereotyped as the beautiful blonde who gets her breasts out or goes naked, and I gave her my advice on it, on how to avoid it. Her ambition was stronger than what she received from my advice.
Plenty of things you've done, plenty of things you've fucking done that were absolute fucking lies.
I didn't
and I
ever-
didn't fuck with you about it. So anyway, don't leave it. So I'll see you in a bit. Yeah?
Is that what matters?
Your lies?
Is this what matters to you, your party?
Çok sağ. Demek ki haklı.
I never led you. And what we're talking about tonight is what? Why? Why? Why are you doing this?
Neden bunu yapıyor?
I don't. I really don't.
Then if you don't want to be with me in life,
Goodbye.
then you need to actually do it. You need to actually take off your ring and forget that 5 hours ago you said the opposite. Otherwise, you can't keep throwing that around. You can't keep saying to me that this is something you care about. What was it when you asked me to stay? In Australia, you said you promised me not to leave. You said you promised me not to leave. What did I do?
I thought you would change.
What did I do?
Not change.
What did I do?
Not change.
Did I stay or did I leave?
You changed.
Did I stay or did I leave?
You stayed and you didn't change and you were a fucking
I stayed.
pain in the ass and you were a cunt.
So I stayed. And I've been a cunt ever since, which is why you told me
Pretty
about every other day. Does that seem normal to you?
And you're
Does that
great,
seem
yeah.
normal to you? You told me tonight that you couldn't imagine your life without me. And now you're throwing your ring on the ground. Does that seem normal? Please, come here. I'm not insulting you. I have not been insulting you. I love you. Johnny, what do you need me to do? I love you.
Mr. Depp, what are you and Miss Heard discussing in this recording?
It is another argument that is apparently not an argument to her. The screeching of her voice, demand that things go her way and only her way. I was done, and I think I stated clearly, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you, and I wanted out. She said, take your ring off. She still wouldn't let me leave. I did, and she still wouldn't let me leave. She had given me a good chop in the ear, you know, leaves you ringing, you know. It was not long before that, and so I thought, maybe this will make you happy. Will it make you happy would you like to hit me in the ear again? Would that make you feel better? Will that make you stop this? Would have done anything to have stopped. Outside of taking anything to some physical level, I disagreed with that wholeheartedly. That's not me. It's not who I've ever been. It's not who I'll ever be.
Vay arkadaş ya. Vay arkadaş ya. Çok para adamı bozar mı acaba ya? Çok paradan mı kaynaklanıyor lan bu? Yani ilginç. Çok paradandır herhalde ya. Her şey bir yana Johnny'nin tüm özel hayatının kamuoyuna bu şekilde tabiri caizse dökülmesi çok üzücü. çocuklarıyla bile paylaşamayacağı şeyleri tüm dünyayla paylaşıyor. Psikolojik olarak çok rahatsız edici bir şey. Davanın sonucu ne olursa olsun hep onunlayım. Yıllarınızı sinemaya harcıyorsunuz. Uğraşıyor, emek veriyor. Sıfırdan bir kariyer yaratıyorsunuz. İlgi ve ruh hastası biri gelip birden her şeyi mahvediyor. Lan, yani ben şu videodan anladım ki kadın burada çok sakin. Yani kadın aleyhine bir şeyler de çıkmadı. Ama bildiğim kadarıyla burada videoda belirtmemişler ama gündem, yani dünyada gündem olan konu, kadın artık neler yaşanmışsa sinirden gidip adamın evine, adamın yatağına etmiş. Yani bildiğin büyük tuvaletini yapmış. Yani asıl dünya şeyine, gündemine, basınlarda falan bunu görüyorsunuzdur da. Niye acaba ya? İlginç. Empati kurmaya çalışıyorum ama o kadar param yok.